Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field. With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Cut. Line, 9. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check the out. Check the out. Kill, kill, kill. All go special. All go special. Watch.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54. Exit.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Penny, a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
You can't block me.
It's caught. Block it. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Here's Penny on the counter. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Myers' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Right there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Focus, defense, focus.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down on 2nd and 10. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. 4 yards. 3 yards. 4 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 yards 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Two.
Here's Breida. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Garoppolo on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 180!
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Silver. Kill.
That was Shaq Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
Mike 280. Mike 56. Oh, here we look.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trailed 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here we go,
Up
here
at
we
the
go, here we go.
29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
54. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Man.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watch the curl. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
White.
Hey, watch 7.
Hey. High 7.
Mike, 54.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Here we go.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Check.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Check 24.
Now it's Penny. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Well.
Hey, alert!
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
From the 39, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
18.
Shoot. That's it.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
At the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
March 49. No chance.
49, check 49.
Lock.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
49 the mic. March 49. Blue there.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
28 yards. And that's good for a Seahawks.
Let's go, let's go.
The 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's tight right here.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike to 59. No gain on this defense. No gain.
19. Kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Big edge.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like home.
One of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I'm coming after you. 49.
12, fellas, here we go.
Get the ball. 49 to Mike. 49 to
I got you.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike's 49.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Go.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First down.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
54. Watch the
21. Here we go.
Watch the block. Motion. Block.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
I'm coming after you. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. 6-man.
Lock!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing is Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Green 80.
Mike 54.
Watch the screen. Watch the score 14. Hayward.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, we got to get
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22.
all day, every day.
Good touch.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. They set up the screen to Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle.
Things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know.
You actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
1, Omaha. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now it's Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on 1st down, and incomplete. How about about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Check right, check right. Hey, check 24.
65, 65.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
What we got? He's checking. He's crash. 36.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, gun.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
This is Breida. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Here we go. 180!
Check. Watch 54. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
I got this.
I got you.
12, fellas. Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
21. Hey, gun.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here we go.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
65. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Let's set a tone.
I got you. Flag!
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
There.
Watch the pass.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Delta.
5'4". Hey. Right there, 54, right there.
Go, 4 down.
Watch the curl.
All go special.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Watch the edge.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Switch! Hey, 1-7. Check, Mike.
11.
It's our time. It's our time.
Get hot.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow it, but he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Tackles. Check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
You ain't going nowhere.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finds the open target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And the pressure gets to him again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Here we go.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
54 Mike. Yeah.
Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
54. Mike, 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn.
Hey, alert. Alert. Alert.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Check, 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 check.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we
Following
go.
the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
13. 5.
49 to Mike.
Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Out, 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 out.
21.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Right there. 50.
Good job right there.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
That's it,
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
54. Here we go, here we go.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.